Pfunk, thinking right at my YouTube spot. I do what I do for you. I got a good one for you today. Right isms, 25 rules to live by. Again, something that's near and dear to my heart. All right, how to become a master of self. To master self, what is it you need to do? That's what I'm gonna tell you. Bring you up to speed on how you can become like more of yourself. I'm a master of me. I'm not a master of nothing else. I don't claim mastery except over my views and my concepts that I teach. Okay, here we go. To become a master of self is right thoughts goal for my followers. I want you to become a master of you. How can that happen? You will have to first be a student of right thoughts philosophy. Student means you're willing to listen, you're willing to partake, you're willing to employ what you learn into your day-to-day routine once you get it. That's what right thoughts goal is to do for my right thinkers. To become the best you can be, it takes a lot of practice. I tell you, I wanted to be a jack of all trades, and I am a jack of all trades, but I wanted to be a master of one. Now, when I was young, that thing I wanted to master called having fun. I did that. Yeah. Now the thing I want to master is me, my life. Control every aspect of my life. That's mastery over self. That's what it means to be master of self. Okay? When you do that, when you practice being the best you can be over a period of time and you get good at it, then you become the master of you. Okay? To become the master of self, you will work on it daily. Yeah, that's what it means. Practice. Okay? You get better. When you learn all your lessons of right thoughts philosophy, you will have become master of self. That's what I offer. That's what I'm trying to get anybody who follow me to understand. When you become a master of you, you have elevated yourself to a situation and a place in your life, mentally and spiritually, where you become God. To the point where you are in total control over your emotions, your thoughts, your actions. All those things are under your control. That's what a master is. Controls every aspect of what it is he do. Your life. I want to be in control of all my life. I don't control the money aspect yet, but been there, done that. But you want to be in control of yourself, the way you carry yourself, the way you deal with other people, the way you feel about it. All those things you control. Take control of that first. That's what it's all about. That's what right thoughts purpose is, to get you to take stock in you. Here we go. Next set is, how do you become a master? This might be a little discouraging, but trust me on this one. You will have to be a good student in order to become a master. Be the best you can be. Learn all you can learn and be the best at what it is you're trying to learn. Give 100% effort all the time and give it your best, and the results will benefit you. Okay, the end goal is to become a master. The right thoughts philosophy will teach you everything you need to know to do just that. That's my point. Now, my style, a little different. Why? Because it's mine. No, I got my own way of teaching, my own way of getting my point across. That's why I do it this way. I got it laid out that way. It's easy to teach. I think keep me right in line with what I'm doing. I can lay it out for you. I can go down the list, throw a little tidbit here and there, but pretty much it's already laid out. Okay, I done did this many times. It's getting old. It's getting old to me. I can just sit down and put me a lesson together on a thought. Well, let's talk about that. Okay, and I can break it down. That's what the part about being a master of you. You can conceptualize and do whatever you need to do with what you're doing. Why? You own it. You're the master of it. You can present it any way you want. So that's what I'm doing. Here we are. We back down here with the third one. You can use other means to master yourself, but I can't guarantee a speak on them. Why? I got mine. That's why I came. That's why I use mine. I learned this. I perfected it. I mastered it. Now I can give it my way. That's the difference. Anything you get from me, once you get it, once you use it, once you become yours, it's yours. You can have it. By all means, knock yourself out. Okay? Next one is, you become a master. If your teacher is a good one and a master teacher, you can learn all you can learn from him and become pretty much like him. Just mastery over self. Not that you're gonna compete with me with intelligence and smart. No, I got a whole bunch of other stuff that I take care of. But the fact that you want to be the master of yourself, that's what you can be like me. Like, 'cause I am the master of myself. That's all I want you to be. I ain't saying you gotta be studious. I ain't saying you gotta be all intellectual about this and understand different cultures and all that. No, I do that for myself. All you do is worry about you. Take care of you, make you the master of yourself, and everything else is up for grab. You can do what you want with it after that. Here you go. Yes, the goal of Right Thoughts philosophy is to make you a master of yourself. Okay. Next one is, will Right Thoughts philosophy help me be a master? Let's see. Yeah, I used it myself to become one. That's the question. Next one is, yes, that's why I teach self-mastery. It's Right Thoughts goal. For every individual who practice right thoughts, your goal is to become a master of you. I ain't teaching this you just to become a, just no, mastery. Be the best you can be. Okay? Master it. Own it. Okay? It takes a little work. It takes a lot of work, but you'll be all right. That's what you want. That's what you do. Yes, the fact that I did it, I know it can be done. If I did it, I'm going to show you and tell you, yeah, you can do it too. Why? Ain't nothing that special. I put a little time in, put a little effort in, put a little energy to it, and it worked out for me. Why? I put the work in. Okay? Nothing happens without work being put in. Nothing. Next one, the last one is, okay. Yes, by practicing okay, here you go. Yes, the goal of Right Thoughts philosophy is to make you the master of you. That's my goal. That's my hook. And I ain't changing it because that's my goal. I want everybody to be mastery of their self. That's why I teach this concept. Next one is what not becoming a master of self will do for me. Sure you want to know that? You want the answer to that one? There's 5 of them. Let me lay them out for you. If your goal in life is not to be the best, then Right Thoughts, not for you. Don't waste your time. This ain't gonna work. Here you go. Now, if you're not trying to improve yourself, what are you doing? Rhetorical question. Ask yourself that. If being ignorant is your intent, you're not thinking right. By no means. So there's a few ways that can happen. Watch this. If you're not in search of truth, you will be lost to God. If your spirit is not awakened when it's time for Judgment Day, or he leaving like a 40 going off, he can't wait to get away from you because you didn't do him right. You didn't do good by him, so he went out. Okay, that's their job. When body run out, we gone. But if you did your job while they was in you, remember that. Remember that. What not becoming master will do for me. Okay, here we go now. The last one is, if you have wrong concepts about self, you will pay by doing the wrong thing over and over. So the Ouroboros with the snake that bites his own tail, that's what that on the computer. You see it doing that, it's buffering. I mean, you got nothing. You don't want that. It's going nowhere. Next one is did that. Okay, we did that. Now we're at the bottom down here. Okay. How would being a master of self help me? Okay. I'm thinking it's just a hypothetical question, but yeah, it's a good question. All right, here we go. How would being a master of self help me? Being a master of self will bring you inner peace and joy. Don't worry about the paycheck. It ain't about the money. Everything that you do for right thoughts concept is coming from the inside out, not outside in. It don't work that way. Trust me on that one. The next one is, how would being a master of self help me? Being the master of yourself, you have learned who you are. God. That help? You think? That's my goal, to get you to realize who you are. And master you will let you know you're God. That's what he is. Okay, next one is, being a master of self is having reached the spiritual awareness we call nihas. The goal of all right thoughts students is to have that nihas, that awakening. That's God talking to you, and you will get your marching order. When he come to you, you and him will have your own little thing, and only you'll know what he said to you. Like, I'm telling you what he said to me, because I remember it clear as the bell. But everybody's experience at that point will be different, and it will be your own unique way of God. Yeah. Okay. Excuse me. Next one, being a master of self, you have knowledge of self at the highest level. Excuse me. Knowledge of self meaning you have fulfilled all your obligations, the daily routine, the daily practice of right thoughts that you implemented in your daily life, and once you master them, oh, you good to go. Why? Because you reached the pinnacle of spiritual awareness. That's the nihas. That's the God anointing that you will receive when you put your work in and you be the best you can be. Your rewards is God will come and make himself known to you like he did me and a few other people who have reached that level. So it ain't for one person. It ain't that simple. No. You gotta put the work in. You gotta do your own work. The last one, my favorite. Nihas is when you have mastered your life spiritually. When you have became spiritually awakened, you mastered what you need to know about being who you are, which is, again, God. When you had the God syndrome, when you have spoken to God, when God has touched you, God has put his hand down it, whatever phrase or whatever concept you use, it's okay, because it's all still based on your spirit getting awoke and going home. E.T., phone home. Okay? We're not extraterrestrials, but your spirit is. Why? Because it's been around for a while. It's going to be around forever. But what it wants to do is go home. Okay? We know that. Oh, I got a good one coming up for you after this lesson, because in life, you go through some things. And some things are good, some things not so good. But in everything we go through, it says, learn from it, gain knowledge and wisdom from experiencing it, and you can use it as a learning tool, you can use it as a teaching tool, but you also have to use it as your own personal learning tool for yourself. When you obtain knowledge, when you experience things, you will be able to be on top of everything that you're doing. Why? Because if you put the work in, if you put your time in, if you obtain the knowledge, if you get your lessons and you learn them, you are elevating yourself to a whole nother level spiritually. And the average person who ain't putting the work in, who don't understand, will never elevate to that level, ever. Ignorance won't rise. It's like putting the cake in making the cake without the right ingredients and waiting for it to rise when it won't. If ain't no yeast in it, it won't rise. If ain't nothing in it to make it come up that's having substance, knowledge, understanding, then you can rise to the next level of understanding of self, obtaining knowledge of self. That's what the Egyptian ancients left us to be aware of. No knowledge of self, you will be taken advantage of, you will be enslaved, and you would be a downtrodden people for a long time. Sound familiar? They foresaw this over 5,000-6,000 years ago. They said it would happen. And what we don't do is take heed to lessons that some people put out before us. When somebody gives you what we call a heads up, if somebody gives you the skinny, they give you 411, whatever terminology you use it for getting information prior to the situation actually happened, that's a heads up. Excuse me. Okay? When you get a heads up and you don't use it the way it's intended, it's a you problem. If I give you knowledge, if I explain to you the do's and don'ts to obtain this knowledge, and you don't do the thing that you supposed to do, you ain't gonna attain it. You can't steal it. You can't cheat it. You can't, no. Only one way to get to God, and that is through hard work, perseverance, and earning your way through your due diligence, your deeds, your actions. That's how it runs. That's how it's done. Ain't no secret to that. If you act right, do right, and be right, he'll come. Any one of those things not in place, he won't come. Well, but I got 9 out of 10. Okay, but we need 10 out of 10. Was you good or you proficient in all the things that you should have been proficient in? Because in masonry, in order for you to progress, you have to show what they call suitable proficiency in the preceding degree. They raise you by degrees. So if you haven't mastered the first 3, I can't give you some more until you master that. They call it master masons for a reason. You're supposed to master the speculative concept of masonry to build yourself to be a better individual. It works if you use the tools the way they're intended. I know that also. I taught that. I lived that. I know that. That's how I know it can be done from that side, or that side. It doesn't make a difference what side come, but still got to put the work in. You still got to do something. You just can't get to God or have God come to you without doing nothing. It don't work like that. Remember, take a step to him, you take 2 steps to you. That's how the game is played. You have to give to get. If you just a getter, you just want people who are just taker, you ain't gonna make it to God. God not gonna ingratiate you, because if you're selfish, greedy, he don't deal with you. Gotta be a giver. Gotta be receptive. You gotta be a good person. Those are criteria that our ancestors lived off of, our elders lived off of. Just being good people ain't good enough no more today, because being good seems to be a far cry from what we used to be as the norm. Bad seems to be good.